During the company meeting, I looked directly at the CEO and said, "I know what really happens during your private meetings, you sick freak." The whole room stopped breathing. The CEO forced a laugh, sweat dripping from his forehead. "Who even is this guy? Haha, somebody call security, right now." But nobody moved. No one called security. I stayed standing. "You know exactly what I'm talking about," I said, pointing at him. "What really happens during private meetings?" His jaw tightened. A few people in the room shifted uncomfortably. One woman put her hand over her mouth and whispered, "Oh my God." One woman started crying. Another one got up and left without a word. "This is ridiculous," he said. "Is it?" I looked around the room. "How many of you have noticed his pattern?" No one spoke. The CEO stepped toward me. "I don't know who you think you are, but this ends now. I'm a nobody," I said. "Just the IT guy. I've been here 3 years and you've never even looked at me." He smirked. "Exactly. So sit down." I didn't move. That's the thing about being invisible. You see everything. I kept going. "Let's start with how you promote people. Jessica, Danielle, and Michelle. All 3 had private meetings with you. All 3 got promoted the next day." He shrugged. "I reward hard work." "Right. Hard work. Because the women who didn't give you what you wanted in those meetings, they got fired." I pulled a folder out of my bag. "Remember Kayla? She had a meeting with you, rejected you, filed a complaint, fired 6 weeks later for performance issues. She'd never had a single bad review before that. Employees were whispering. He didn't respond." I kept going. 3 other women, same story, then gone within months. The CEO crossed his arms. "These claims are all false. All of those situations were handled by HR." I looked around the room. I spoke to those women. You want to know what they told me? What actually happens in those meetings? Silence. They spoke of freaky stuff with handcuffing them to the desk, making them smack your butt with a baseball bat, and even stuff having to do with dogs. Weirdo. "And if you say no to his requests, your career is over." A woman in the back started sobbing. Another whispered, "I knew it." I flipped to the next page. But that's not the worst part. "Let's talk about Maya." The room shifted. A few people looked up. They remembered Maya. She was an employee years ago. One guy in the back muttered, "Wait, the intern who died?" "Yeah, the one who died in a car accident 3 years ago." I stared at him. "She filed a complaint the week before she died. Said you sexually assaulted her. Did you know that?" His face twitched. "That was a tragedy. It had nothing to do with me." "Then why did her complaint disappear from the system 2 days after her funeral?" Someone gasped. I wasn't done. But Maya wasn't the last one. I pulled out another file. "Brianna, she worked here last year, had a meeting with you, came home that night and told her family you touched her. 2 weeks later, she was dead. Car accident." The CEO's voice cracked. "That's enough. Brianna was my stepsister." The room went cold. A few people stood up. One woman started crying again. He stepped back. "You're insane. My stepdad works in forensics. He pulled the accident reports for both of them, Maya and Brianna. You want to know what he found?" I held up the file. "The brake lines didn't fail on their own. Someone cut them." Dead silence. 2 women, same cause of death. I stepped closer. "So no, I'm not insane. I'm the guy who's been waiting 3 years to destroy you." He was frozen. "You unalived my stepsister, and that's not even the worst part. Security. Get in here now, or you're fired." He was hyperventilating. Security didn't come. He lunged at me, ready to punch me. I was ready to take him, but 2 women jumped up and stood between us. One shoved him back. "You're not touching him," she said. He stumbled. He looked around the room. Not a single person moved to help him. I continued. "You think 2 dead women is bad? Try 5." Gasps. 3 others. Same pattern. One drove off a bridge. One overdosed. One vanished completely. People were crying. Someone near the back threw up. I held up the folder. He was shaking. "You're lying." "Am I?" I pulled out the last page. "Then explain why men came forward too." Dead silence. Someone yelled, "Has gay?" "Yep, you did this to male employees, but you did that to humiliate them, that you'll always be more powerful." A man in the front row broke down crying. Then the doors flew open. Security finally rushed in. I stood calm. They walked past me and grabbed the CEO. "Police are waiting, sir." He kicked and screamed like a baby. They wanted it. Every single one of them wanted
Click the
it.
link
"You
on the
psycho!"
homepage
A
to
woman
watch
spat
the
in his
full
face as he
follow-up
got
for
dragged
free.
away.